Happy is ready.
So Daniel and iCub are going to interact around the objects on this tabletop. We got some more windows that should be on here. Yeah. What we're going to try and do is show you some of the many different programs that are running inside iCub that make this happen. So I've talked about physical self, social self, temporal self. We can think of those as different programs that are running concurrently inside a robot's brain, or even inside a human brain. What we're going to show you is some programs that are running inside iCub's software, if you like, inside iCub's brain, which he needs to have in order to make sense of the world in any useful way. So one of the things that he needs is vision. So you can see this is the visual scene as seen from iCub's eyes. He also has a sense of touch. We're not going to be using that. Well, we are actually, I think. We can demonstrate here. That's iCub's right hand, and you can see when Daniel touches his fingers, then there are these tiny pixel-like things, you call them tactiles, which light up to say that there's been contact on his hand. I don't think we're going to send emails. Then this is how iCub sees the world. So this is his model of the world and what's happening. Of course, he's got a model of himself in the world, and he'll also have a model of Daniel in the world. And we are using, to create the model of Daniel, we're using a mixture of vision, and also we have Microsoft Connect, which is the thing above iCub's head. And Microsoft Connect, I don't know if you know this, is a sort of a 3D depth sensor. So it sees the world as a lot of points at a certain distance from itself, and we're able to take that depth information and create an idea of what we're looking at. And we should, in a minute, see what iCub thinks Daniel looks like. Is that coming up?
Yeah. So it thinks these are all my joints right here.
Right. So you can see Daniel. Oh, here we go. This is Daniel. You see the ultra skinny version, anyway. So it's now looking at Daniel and seeing him as not so much as a person, but certainly as an object that can move. And it knows about people, and it knows they have joints. So you can see this, it's only getting his
Hello, I don't know
body
you.
partially because
Who
his
are
legs are
you?
obscured. So iCub's now woken up and initialized all these processes, and now he's going to have an interaction with Daniel around these objects on the table.
My name is Daniel.
I've understood. My name is Daniel. Nice to meet you, Daniel.
So you can see down here, these are kind of iCub's motivations for his drive. So he's got a drive to tell you what's happening. He's got a drive knowledge exploration to understand the world, and he's got a drive knowledge exploitation to do something with that knowledge. And you can see up here, this is segmentation of the world. So that's the visual scene, and he's recognized an object, that there's an object there. And now I think you might ask a question about it. Possibly. I think we're waiting for his drive for knowledge exploration to reach a certain threshold. Having a little think.
Yes, please. I will move a part of my body.
Still thinking. Is that right then?
Yeah, moving its finger.
Daniel, how do you call this part of my body?
This is your middle finger.
I've understood. This is your middle finger. Nice. I know that I have a middle.
So he's learning about his physical self. iCub thinks quite slowly. There's a big rack of computers over here which is doing all the thinking. But there's an enormous amount of processing that you have to do, even to do these relatively simple demonstrations that we're trying to show. What do you think he's thinking about, Daniel?
I think he's thinking about what he's going to do with his finger.
Now I can give you all the finger.
Thank you, iCub. He's obviously learned some social skills. Okay. So have we got more demo?
Yeah, so now he's going to explore objects around him. So there's one object, but he doesn't know its name. So he'll be asking.
What is this object?
This is the chicken. This is the chicken.
I've understood this is the chicken. I get it, this is a chicken.
You can see up here that he's labelled the chicken, so in his worldview, he now knows that this object has a name.
Points to the chicken.
Ah, this is a chicken.
We're going to try and label the other object.
Trying to.
I could point to the chicken.
Well, I think we're running a bit short of time, so we'll leave that there, and we can come back to iCub and hopefully if...
I couldn't find the chicken.
Hopefully we'll come back to iCub and we'll have found the chicken. So I want to end by handing back to my colleague Michael Slotty, who's going to take up, I think, where it now left off, thinking about science fiction. And Bina Forgeray as well was telling us a lot about science fiction. And I think we are very inspired in the work we do by science fiction stories. And Michael's going to tell us a little bit more about that.